Horse Cavalieri Lutz.
We heard Joe Bornhorst's plan for this race was to punch it and try to pull away. Unfortunately, he's got two of the fastest off-road drivers ever behind him. Cavalieri, one of the most fastest consistently, and his teammate Lutz, one of the fastest single lappers of all time.
Yeah, I agree. Tebow with a good start. Tebow from fourth. Well, he's still, look at that. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then Rivkin from 8th to 6th. Truggy, the biggest jump from 11th to 7th.
Yeah, that's a great start for the Mugen Seiki driver. Tanner Steeves making up 6 spots as well. So
Tebow trying to get around Lutz. Oh, he almost tracks and rolls, and someone snuck inside him. Looked like Mayfield's truck.
And that's going to be good for Cavalieri and Bornhorst. If those guys just behind them are stacking up a little bit, it's going to allow Bornhorst and Cavalieri to get out front. Unfortunately, I'm sure Bornhorst wants pressure on Cavalieri so that he can't just simply hang behind him and let Bornhorst do all the defending.
Ty Tessman, man, that was part of that first lap carnage from 6th to 12th in lap 1.
Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, that's rough. He's such a great, phenomenal A-main driver.
I mean, but when you see people making up 6-7 spots, there had to be someone that dropped down like that. Cody King dropped from 12th to 14th.
Yep.
Dakota dropping from 10th to 13th.
Yeah.
Tessman, unfortunately, just the biggest drop.
Team Techno, OS Power Proline Tires. That is Joe Bornhorst out in front right now. He was your top qualifier. We know he's on X1 blockades.
See how wide he went through the off-camera corner? He's going down by the bottom of the beacons.
He's coming off a stellar run out at the grand reopening race out there at Thornhill.
That's true.
Seemed cool, calm, and collected. He's got Cavalieri behind him, and look at the gap now. Mike Truggy all the way up to 3rd.
Wow.
So there's some guys doing a little bit more racing, and there's Truggy. Mugen Seiki's Mike Truggy up to 3rd.
Got that Mugen Seiki MBX7 TR wound up.
Yep, from 11th to 3rd.
No kidding. He is a former Nitro Challenge champion in the truck class.
Yep.
I don't remember if he had won. I don't think he's won Silver State before. But there's a first for everything.
Truggy, not in Truggy.
Right.
Twice in buggy.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Back to back.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
And so he definitely knows what it takes to get the job done. And, man, you got to be – I'm sure he's beyond ecstatic right now, even if he doesn't quite know it yet after the race. He's going to be
telling
thrilled.
himself some things. All right, Mike. Yeah. Keep it under control.
Right. Yeah. You
Keep it together.
going all bowfinger on us. But
Mike Truggy has 3 national championships, 2 Silver State championships, and 2 Dirt Nitro Challenge championships.
There we go. Back-to-back at Silver State, and then at Nitro Challenge, he won both classes in 2008. So he was the TQ at the 2008 Worlds, finished second on the podium. He knows what it takes to get it done, and personal best last time by for him, 33.582, made up 0.4 of a second on the 2 trucks ahead of him. Bornhorst, though, trying to hang on in front of Cavalieri. He was 0.4 slower in Sector 1, but a 10th faster.
Oh, he goes
in
a little
Sector
bit
2.
wide.
Yeah, it looks like his truck not quite as comfortable in that 180. And there, Cavalieri's truck was a lot faster, rotating through the center of the corner as well.
Sector 1, Cavalieri about a half a second faster.
And faster through that corner as well. So,
That's
similar.
just, I'm glad I'm in here and not on the stand.
No
I love
kidding.
racing, but, man, I'm glad I'm not Joe Bornhorst right now.
Yeah, he seemed really cool and calm about this whole thing. But I bet right now is probably the most nervous he's ever been.
Not familiar with the ins and outs and the little technicalities of the Techno program. Not sure, so we've known cars in the past were great for 30 minutes, and then when this drive shaft heated up, it got a little bit hard to drive. Not sure about all the technical things with that car. Qualifying effort was awesome. He's got Cavalieri all over him, and they have got a 5-second lead over Rivkin in 3rd.
Wow, and Joe's truck just does not look as comfortable as it did in qualifying. Cavalieri's truck, on the other hand, looks terrific. And Cavalieri knows he does not need to force the issue right now.
Yep.
He can simply hang out right there and see if Bornhorst makes a mistake, or they freight train around for 44 minutes, and then Cavalieri can worry about trying to get a pass done. We saw him at Nitro Challenge make a pass on Mayfield to win the Pro Buggy title in the closing stages of the race. An expert Nitro racer, definitely knows what it's going to take here, but Bornhorst can make that truck 10 feet wide. I don't know. We're going to have to see.
Yep, and we were talking about, about Cavalieri's got probably the most successful handoff in RC racing history. Brian Kinwald mentored him at SoCal Raceway when he was a little guy, and, Ryan Cavalieri has gone on to surpass his mentor, Brian Kinwald, and just had been around some of the greatest people in the RC industry helping him out. And that, I mean, he's just an awesome driver. But, man, he has just accomplished so much.
As opposed to Bornhorst, who just a few years ago.
4.5 years he's been racing.
Yeah, was racing SC10s in a backyard track with some buddies because he got hurt racing motocross. So
that's true.
Well, Cavalieri's been groomed to be this way his whole life. Bornhorst just picked this up as a young adult. Like, man, I need something to do. My foot's broken.
Right. Hey, that's a good point.
And he's leading the Pro Truck Final.
Yep, he's making his mark on the RC industry at the moment. Joe Bornhorst.
With a company that also 3 or 4 years ago was not at the Silver State, let alone TQ and third. Well, Lutz dropping down to 8th now, but third qualifier.
Rivkin up to 3rd, McBride 4th, Tessman all the way from 12th up to 5th or 11th, whatever it was.
Man. Bornhorst does have the fastest lap of the race back on.
Yeah, 33.4.
And pulling away from Cavalieri a little bit here. The gap was only a half a second, but it's going to be, 1, so he doubled it there.
We watched the Techno guys at the Nitro Challenge rip off some crazy pit stops.
Yeah.
We didn't have our the ability to time those pit stops then.
But we do now.
And it's going to be awesome.
Bornhorst made up a half a second in Sector 1 last time by. This time he lost about 0.08 of a second. So let's see what happens in Sector 2 here, as you do see Cavalieri now closer in the frame than he was last lap. 2 yellow and red trucks racing
Next
out
lap, I believe we're going to start seeing pits. It just depends on their pit schedule, pit window. We watched some guys trying to go 9 at the Nitro Challenge, and it came back to bite them, and the Nitro Challenge was a much bigger track. So we might see some 10-minute pit windows here. We have no idea until it happens.
Yep.
Denny flew off the track.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, he bumped up. That's too bad. He had a great run in the B main.
Off the track. Oh, I think he was just out of the lane, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, off the lane he was supposed to be in.
Yeah, Cavalieri. These guys are yo-yoing back and
Iceman.
forth. Last lap, Cavalieri 33.766, clicked off a couple of tenths this time by a little slower in Sector 1, but 4 tenths faster in Sector 2 is where he made up some ground there.
Ronafalk going to be coming in. I seen Adrian Burton standing there with the fuel gun in his hand. And Kevin Gahan's forward. So Denny came into pit. We got Truggy into pit right now. Ronafalk into pit. We got Mayfield. Man, Mayfield on a 7:30 pit window. And Cavalieri all over the back door. And McBride was upside down right there. Cavalieri all over the back door. Bornhorst. Mayfield flamed out in pit lane. That's what we just heard.
Bummer.
And Bornhorst coming in. Cavalieri staying out.
So
wow.
Well, this will be interesting because then Joe will get in and out of pit lane.
Joe was in.
He'll
Look at
have
Corey
to be out in the
Drockenberg right
outlap.
there. And his outlap,
wheeling down the straightaway.
7.5 second
Woo-hoo!
pit time. Nice.
Ooh, loaded. That's
Now let's see
spicy.
if he can keep it together, knowing that Cavalieri is in that lead position. Rivkin is out there too. He's going to inherit second. This is changing things up. Tessman is still out here. Tessman could be on like a 9-minute window.
True.
We'll
he
see.
cut out a pit stop doing 9 over 7:30. So
McBride just walked off the driver's stand. Cody King just came out of pit lane. So out of the top 5, Bornhorst, the only one that has pit so far. That's going to change things up here at the end of the race. Bornhorst still in 3rd, but the 2 drivers in front of him still need to pit. Rivkin right there in front of him. I'm not sure. Cavalieri has like a 6-second lead right now. Dakota Fend has now walked off the stand. So Cavalieri, Rivkin, Bornhorst, Tessman, Tebow, Ronafalk, and Tessman has pitted. We didn't catch that. He pitted at 8:38. Tebow's still out on the track. Cavalieri, wow. The 3 MX drivers are still, they're on the 9-minute pit window. Wow. Cavalieri in the pit at 9 minutes. Rivkin in the pit at 9 minutes.
Tebow ought to be coming in too.
Yep.
Yep.
And Tebow was in at 9:13.
So Bornhorst stop was a 7.5. Rivkin a 7.7. Cavalieri an 8.1.
And look, it's Rivkin. Nope, it's Rivkin, Bornhorst, and Cavalieri. That's going to be the order after that pit stop. Is that Rivkin right there? Or is that Tanner Stees?
No,
nope, Bornhorst going to be back out in the front.
Bornhorst.
So,
and we see there the time that they make up in pit lane. We know tenths of a second in pit lane add up big time on the track.
So here's the situation. Bornhorst in at 8 minutes, and the other 2 guys in at 9 minutes. Does that make a difference in a 45-minute main?
9 minutes does.
Okay.
So they can cut
They're
out a
going
pit
one
stop.
less stop.
Yep.
And that Bornhorst is going to have to strap on his brand new sneakers and go running. It's Bornhorst, your leader. Cavalieri second, Rivkin third, Tessman fourth, Tebow fifth, Truey sixth, Ronafok seventh, Ryan Lutz eighth, Cody King ninth, Tanner Stees 10th, Drake 11th, Mayfield 12th after a flame out, Denny 13th.
Bornhorst up on the left side tires, landing the second double, got it back under control, but that did cut his lap time down a little bit.
Cavalieri back there behind some traffic.
And yet Cavalieri last lap ripped off a personal best and still lost 0.07 of a second. So
wow,
Bornhorst has the speed.
Yep.
Bornhorst lost a little bit of time in Sector 1 that time, about 0.4 of a second. Last time Cavalieri was a little faster in Sector 2, so we'll see what happens here. Cavalieri, though, had to get around Adam Drake there, and now they do have Tanner Stees in between them as well. So Cavalieri will have to contend with that.
Bornhorst 1.8 second lead over Cavalieri. Cavalieri with a 5.2 second lead over Rivkin. Rivkin with a 2.2 second lead over Tessman. Tessman 3 seconds ahead of Tebow. Tebow 6 seconds ahead of Truey.
And a 33.5 last time by for Cavalieri, new personal best, making up 0.6 of a second, and most of that was in Sector 2.
Tessman with the fastest lap on the track with a 33.3.
Yeah, Tessman trying to make up for that early mistake. It dropped him way down the order. He's caught back up to 4th, and he's just less than 2 seconds behind Rivkin, this time through Sector 2 that last
nice
lap.
save.
Yeah, Bornhorst about 1/10 of a second faster, and the lead consistent at about 1.8 seconds. As we follow along here with Ty Tessman, Tessman was half a second faster than Rivkin in Sector 2 last lap. The gap now 1.975 seconds, right? Just about 2.
What's interesting about this is everyone talked about the Dirt Nitro Challenge. The lap times were in the 40s, right?
Yep.
And then they said they had a lot of tire spin, but they needed a lot of power, and they were on a 9-minute pit window like Tessman and Mayfield were. And then now Tessman came in at 8:38. I wonder if that's just to make sure they have fuel.
That must be.
And if they have a lot of fuel, they can stretch it to like 9:30 or whatever and make up that time.
That's true, because I do think Tessman in truck has sometimes gone 10. So if he can go 8:30 and realizes, like, man, I've got
the pipe.
30 cc's of fuel left, then maybe he starts going 11:30 and try to get back on that strategy where he can cut out a pit stop. We'll have to see.
All he needs to do is go 9:30 to get it back, right, in the next one.
Well, yeah, because his first one was 8:30.
Yep.
So
just 1 minute.
Yep. Oh, and
Tanner
his
teammate pulls over for him.
Pull over and stopped.
Oh, and here we got a battle for the lead shaping up. Bornhorst and Cavalieri.
It was 1.7.
Oh, nice save. Cavalieri going to go by. That's a smart save, though, right there, instead of having to get turn marshaled.
Bornhorst lost 1.4 seconds alone in Sector 1 last time by. But this might be a good thing, too. If he can stay with Cavalieri, that means Cavalieri has to control the pace. And I don't know that Cavalieri is going to be fast enough to just leave Joe behind. And Joe might get to learn a few things. And also, if Cavalieri isn't going to be quite as fast as Joe thought he might have to push out front, then he can relax a little bit, maybe save some tires. We got Cavalieri on AKAs.
I agree.
And Pro Lines for Bornhorst. Oh, Bornhorst touching the pipe, biking up again on the right side tires this time.
And I'm hoping Joe doesn't let that get to him. It's a long race, and he knows they're on a different...
too hard into the end of the chicane as well, lost more time. So Cavalieri's probably going to have about a 1.5 second lead.
Anything can happen here. We got 31 minutes left of racing, 31:15.
And 1.8 second gap now, and a lot of that coming in Sector 2.
Tessman 2.2 back from Rivkin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What's that? Is that Joe? Uh-oh. Something wrong with Joe's truck? Wow, that was strange. He's still on track, though.
You saw him wiggling the wheels back and forth. I don't think we're done seeing what's going
on
there.
His truck won't turn to the left.
Wow.
And Joe Bornhorst going to be out of this one, your top qualifier. Man, that is so unfortunate. We're going to go see what happened. It might be a rock, possibly. Oh, man, that sucks. Nope. It might be a servo. Fisher taking the truck, running back to the pits. So you're looking at your leader, Ryan Cavalieri, his teammate Spencer Rivkin in the second spot, Ty Tessman now the third, Tebow's in fourth, Lutz fifth. Unfortunate luck for, man, that sucks for Joe Bornhorst. It looked like a steering problem, possibly. His radio was still on, and Billy was able to wiggle his wheels back and forth. So that's going to change things here. That is so unfortunate for Joe Bornhorst. He just put a stomp on qualifying. Joe is back up on the driver's stand already. I'm just getting word. Ryan Cavalieri getting flagged on. I think that's probably Richard Saxton over there. So Cavalieri, he is your leader right now out in front with his RC8 T3. MX engines, AKA tires. Ryan's ran for Airtronics for a long time. And it's Cavalieri, your leader, with a 4.5-second lead over Rivkin. Rivkin with the 3-second lead over Tessman. And we might see some pit stops starting to happen. Truggy in pit lane. And Truggy out of pit lane. Man, that looks so fast. 9.2 seconds. Cody King in pit lane. Look at that split screen. Cody King out. 7.3. So 4 drivers have pitted on their second. 5 with Mayfield. We're going to see some pit stop cycling right now. I believe that we're not going to see anything yet from your leader until about that 18-minute mark. He was first in at 9:03, 9:08 for Rivkin, 8:38 for Tessman. Tanner Stee's in the pit right now. So Cavalieri out. He's probably going to be out there for another minute and a half, most likely. It's your leader, Cavalieri, Rivkin second, Tessman third, Tebow fourth, Lutz fifth, Ronna Fox sixth, Truggy seventh, Cody King eighth, Adam Drake ninth, Tanner Stee's 10th, Ryan Mayfield 11th. We got 4 trucks off the track at the moment. On track right there with your leader. He's got a little bit of traffic he's working through. Ryan Cavalieri. Oh, and he hits the pipe right there, but he doesn't need to be marshaled. You're looking at pit cycle through. That was Adam Drake out of pit lane, 7.9 seconds. And Cavalieri goes by his last lap at 34.2, 33.7 for Rivkin, not too far behind him. Ty Tessman now going to be coming across 34 flat. And anything can happen. We got 27:45 on the clock. A lot of racing yet to go. I just heard that Bornhorst, yep, he's doing laps again, but all the way down to 12th position. 17:30. So we're going to watch Cavalieri go by for one more unless it's, yep, he will. So he should be on that 8. Oh, no. Did he run out of gas? It looks like he stuttered right there. I thought I saw him almost stop, but that might. And he is. He's out of gas. I knew it. I saw it. Ryan Cavalieri has ran out of gas again in this one. He was in at 9 minutes before. He should be perfect if he went 9 the first time. Uh-oh, that's not going to be a happy time over there. So guess who inherits the lead? Spencer Rivkin. He was on a 9-minute pit window also. You're looking at Brent Thelke right there. He just looked down at his stopwatch. So Rivkin should be in this time, and Tessman as well. And Rivkin is in the pit, and that's Tanner Stee's going down. And Rivkin having a little bit of trouble right there. Rivkin's last pit stop is 7.7, and Tessman's in right behind him. Tessman's going to be in second. And Rivkin comes out of pit lane right there with the 8.9-second pit. Tessman right behind him with a 7.7-second pit again. So they have some back markers right there. There's going to be, that's probably going to be Cody King in between them. So now we have a new leader after a flameout. Jared Tebow going to go into that third spot. Rivkin, your leader, Tessman second, Tebow third. After Ryan Cavalieri flames out, I thought I saw a hesitation on that straightaway, and I did, and then the truck runs out of gas over there. If I remember right, this same exact thing happened at the Nitro Challenge. So it's Rivkin, Tessman, Lutz, Tebow your top 4, Ronafok up to 5th. Cavalieri still hold on to 6th after the flameout. Wow, what a change. Yeah, Lutz up to 3rd now. So Lutz, the man on the move as well. I think his home track is Medina, Ohio. Or Medina RC Raceway. So Rivkin inherits the lead. Tessman up to 2nd. Ryan Lutz now 3rd. Tebow 4th. And Cavalieri, man, flaming out. No good. Unfortunate for him. If I was him, I'd be hot right now. But how do you know? I mean, he hasn't been upside down. He hasn't been doing anything crazy on the track where he's taking extra fuel mileage, anything like that. So now we're on track with Team Associated MX Race. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Oh, and Spencer Rivkin, something happened to him. His truck hit the pipe. I'm wondering if something hit the flywheel. And now Ty Tessman takes over the lead. Ryan Lutz will inherit second. And David Ronafalk will be now in third. Wow.
We just got back from the pit area.
Holy
looked like they just
moly.
shut Spencer's truck off, so I'll go.
We're going to go see what happened to Spencer Rivkin. Man, what a change from 12th to 1st. Ty Tessman, what did his dad always say? He never gives up.
Nope.
He just never gives up. Now let's see if attrition doesn't take our friend from Canada. Hot bodies. Oh, he went a little wide there. That was awfully strange.
I went down to the Techno RC pit, saw Billy Fisher thrashing to fix Joe's truck. But when they got back into pit lane, I asked what happened. And they were not happy, did not want to talk. They said, you'll have to ask Joe, something malfunctioned.
Oh. Okay.
It sounds like, honestly, I have no idea. I talked to Matt Wolter before I found Billy, and he said it was something in the steering, and that's all we know.
Hopefully it's not something like a lock nut came off the outside ball link.
Yeah, it makes me think that...
you know what I used to do? And I mean, people, and I just did it to Tim Limes.
Double nut?
No. I'll Dremel them, like the top of it towards a nice cone shape, and I'll run it upside down there, and then I will red Loctite that every time.
Yeah.
And I've never had one come off ever.
Yeah, tough break for Bornhorst. That's not the way that you want to see a Cinderella story like that.
Man, or for any of them. Cavalieri flamed out, and then Rivkin came off the track. And, you know, this is RC Racing, man. And now, look, it's the Lutzinator. We got guys in the chat room saying, go Lutz.
Lutz down the straightaway. 6 seconds behind Ty Tessman. Man, when I left the trailer, it was to find out why Bornhorst was no longer racing with Cavalieri. And then I come back, and Bornhorst is in 12th. Cavalieri's in 5th.
And then Ronafalk up to 3rd. Tebow is hanging in there in 4th. Truey up to 5th. Cavalieri still 6th. Mike Truey in pit lane for some reason.
And we're just now coming up on halfway.
I know it. It's halfway down right now.
Cavalieri.
Bam.
So I just got word from Brandon, who went running out of the trailer to find out what happened from the Associated guys. Cavalieri was just fuel.
Yeah, we knew. I figured that because of the way it stuttered.
But Spencer Rivkin broke a servo saver arm.
Wow. And there's Ronafalk into pit. He was... I guess that's right if he's on a 7-minute pit schedule. That's exactly right at 7:30. And I think that is what's going on with him because he was one of the first guys to come in, but he's in 3rd spot. Nope. He's going to give it to Jared Tebow now. Oh, man, almost traction rolling David Ronafalk there. You know, these guys are so fast,
Lutz
man.
into pit lane for his 3rd stop.
Yep, Lutz into pit, so he's on the 7.5-minute mark. We know Tessman is not, and neither is Jared Tebow.
Yep.
Tebow is in at 18:30. Tessman in at 18:18.
Great stop from the Techno boys. 7.3 for Lutz.
Wow. And you know what? We've seen this before. We don't want Lutz running out of fuel either. Well, I saw it at the U.S. Open race out at the Fear Farm. On track with your leader right there. Truey into pit. Truey's last pit at 9.2. This time around, Truey's going to come out of pit lane with a
7.7. Wow.
So check that out. 7.7 for Tessman, and I think he was 7.7 the time before that because I didn't see much change when I was looking at it. 7.3 for Lutz, 8.2 for Tebow last time around, and Tebow and Tessman have not come in yet. It should be at, 24 minutes?
If they were pitting around 8?
No, 9.
9, so 27.
Yep, 27. 27. Whoops, my math is, dot / href pound. Yeah.
Pound.
I'm making a cheat sheet. I'm going to have to do it. I forget these things.
Multiplication tables. Ty Tessman out front by 11.7 seconds over Ryan Lutz. Last time by the line as we follow along here with Jared Tebow, who is 7.9 seconds behind Lutz, but only 3 seconds up on David Ronafalk. Ronafalk, the 2015 Pro Truck Champion at Nitro Challenge.
Jared Tebow is on hole shots.
And it already looks like his truck was a little loose and a little extra loose.
Unless I went out there during driver introductions, and unless he changed tires after that, he's on hole shots.
Interesting.
Ronafalk not too far behind him. Tebow is out there right now. His last lap was a 34 flat, so it's not too bad. Back there with 5th spot, Cavalieri in 5th. Now he's going to be on the same lap as Ronafalk right there. The good thing is he flamed out after the timing loop. I mean, to think that you flame out and you're still out there battling in 5th.
No kidding.
Mad, on a mission.
And on the same lap as second.
Yep, upside down right there, Ryan Cavalieri. It's amazing the dynamic of these long mains, how much things change. And there's Techno Joe. Well, we have some nicknames for him, but that's Joe Bornhorst out there. He's now in the 11th spot. I'm sure Joe would like to have a shout out to his grandma and grandpa who are always watching. I'm going to give you a quick hello. Joe Bornhorst grandparents, that's Fred and Barbara. Fred and Barbara, hello from all of us at liverc.com, and Joe's dad, John, and possibly his girlfriend, Nicole Himes. Tessman, your leader right now. He's got a 13-second lead over Ryan Lutz. And then Ryan Lutz with a 6-second lead over Jared Tebow. Tebow with a 2.2 lead. And we should start seeing pit stops here coming up in about 30 seconds for your leaders. Cavalieri back into pit. So let's see. Lutz is already pitted, and he's 13 seconds back.
That's going to be the problem with Lutz. The MX guys, Tebow and, well, Cavalieri, I guess, is a little deeper. But Tebow and Tessman both have a fuel mileage advantage on Lutz. So
they've both pitted twice.
Yep.
Everybody else has pitted 3 times, except for Bornhorst. But he was off track, so that's okay.
So we've got Brandon's going to go snoop out in the pit area, see what happens
Here
to
we go.
Denny McBride and Fend. Tessman out front by 12 seconds over Lutz. As we pick up here with our race leader.
You're going to see him dip into the pits right now. Guaranteed. Tebow should come into pits as well. They're at the 27-minute mark.
Yep, 27. Well, yeah. So
Let's
that would be the 9-minute stop.
Well, your leader going to be coming into pit right now, according to our Tebow's in at 27:17. 8.2 his last pit stop lap, and he comes out right here with a 9-second pit. Tessman in, and Tessman there. Boom. And they make sure it's full, and he's out, and his pit time, 7.8. So a 7.7, a 7.8, or 2 7.7s and a 7.8. 1/10 of a second difference.
But Lutz did make up a half a second in pit lane. Not that it's really cutting off the 10.5 second lead, but
it could be like one of the finishes of the NASCAR race.
That's
last
true.
week. You never know.
Yep, all it takes is a little bit of
traffic. I know what I'd be doing. I'd be sending it long over that tabletop and then
doing whatever you possibly can.
I would come off this turn and hold it full throttle. And just let the truck donkey flip its way to the lead.
Tape the steering
we've
trigger to the handle and get her done.
We've seen cars accelerate after they hit the track upside down, so that could happen.
Maybe you just crash and learn how to steer it on the Lexan.
So Tessman went out on blockades. I'm almost 90% positive.
Yep.
Ryan Lutz is on impacts. Ronafalk was on impacts when I seen his truck. Jared Tebow is on hole shots. Ryan Cavalieri is on impacts.
So Tanner Denny had a steering servo failure. Dakota, something in the drive line went out.
Okay.
And then Kyle McBride got hit and a shock broke.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Pretty gnarly to get hit in Truggy and break something.
There we are with Team Techno driver. He has his Alpha Power, a.k.a. tires. That's Ryan Lutz. I think he runs Byron's Fuel, right?
Yes.
Byron's Fuel. Ryan Lutz's pit schedule is the 7:30 pit schedule. He's been in 3 times. Everybody's had 3 pits.
So Cody King off the track as well. We'll find out what happened to him. They're dropping like flies. We're down to 10 out of 15 trucks. That doesn't happen very often anymore.
Yep. No, you're right. It doesn't.
This track very demanding. It's all the grip, all the speed. Using
His
a lot
Lutz
of brakes.
is only 1.6 seconds behind Tessman.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, the Lutzinator is flying.
Made up a couple of tenths in Sector 1. Last lap he was last lap he was almost a second and a half faster in Sector 2. So Tessman must have had a mistake there.
We'll see here in a second.
But he can see him now.
Yep.
We could almost see him in the same. There he is in the same frame.
A 34.
Whoa,
so
making
Lutz
up another
is just flying out there.
Yeah, made up.
41 a couple laps before. That was his pit lap, though.
Yeah, made up 3/10 each in sector 1 and 2, and Lutz is on him. So you imagine the Techno guys now are beside themselves.
Yep.
They had all the letdown of Bornhorst, who they thought for sure, I bet, was going to be their savior here. And now it's Lutz that's just reeled Tessman in like crazy. We're only 2/3 of the way done with this one, and
Jeez.
This will be interesting, too.
Oh.
Tessman with a mistake. Here comes Lutz.
And Lutz has to come into pit. And, yep, that's right, 30-minute mark.
Oh, and he's stuck in pit lane. He crashed against the wall.
No.
Oh.
And, there he is. Boom.
Noah Dickerson catching him. Matt Walter in and out with fuel.
They're quick.
Yeah,
10
but
seconds.
It was an 11-second stop there because of him getting stuck in pit lane, and you can't give up 3 seconds like that when you already have to make an extra pit stop to Tessman.
Yep.
So it's not going to happen now.
Shuri already came into pit for his fourth pit. Lutz's fourth pit. Ronafalk had his fourth pit. Ronafalk pitted early, I think, just to make sure, but he's still in third. Tebow with 3 pits. Tebow in that 4th spot. Cavallari 5th. Shrewey 6th. Drake 7th. Mayfield back on track with 8th, or he just flamed out earlier, right? Tanner Steed 9th. Bornhorst 10th.
I was going to mention how it was going to be interesting to see how if Lutz could hang on to Tessman, that with Ryan on AKAs and Tessman on Pro Lines, if that was going to mean anything later in this race. But then Lutz crashed coming into pit lane there, got stuck against the wall, and that's no man's land. I mean, not only is there no turn marshal there, but the pit guys are standing way up against the back wall. His pit guys are down clear at the other end of pit lane. It's just really at that point hoping that some good Samaritan somewhere is going to come over and help you out.
Yep, that's right. That's why I'm a fan of the cheater bar.
Cody King lost a throttle servo.
Okay. Attrition setting in here in the Pro Truggy A main event. It's Tessman, your leader. Lutz in second. Ronafalk third. We've had several people with technical difficulties. Bornhorst was in the 2nd spot, and he lost steering. Spencer Rivkin, or Ryan Cavallari was in the lead. Who's that into pit right there? That is Tanner Stees and Joe Bornhorst are both in pit lane. I saw a little hesitation there from Tessman coming out of that corner, I thought. I'm not sure if there's anything weird going on with his truck. He's got himself a 10-second lead over Ryan Lutz. So fastest pit speed so far last time around in their pit cycle was a 7.8 for your lead, or 7.7 for Bornhorst, 7.8 for Tessman, and Lutz with a 10.9 because he had a crash, 8.9 for Ronafalk. Cavallari's last pit time. Cavallari back up to 4th already.
Yeah, that guy has been driving his brains out since he had some problems that knocked him out of contention here for the win. At this point, I mean, with 12 minutes left to go, we've seen this before. Tessman gets out front, everyone else has problems, and he's just left to go out there and click laps. And we know Tessman can do that. We saw it in Italy 2 years ago. We've seen it in truck a whole lot. We saw it at the Nationals last year, both classes. Man,
clicking laps out in front isn't as easy as it sounds.
No, but it is for him, it seems.
Yeah, no, and that's, you know what? And that's why he's a great driver, and he already has, I have it right here. He already has 9 national championships, 1 world championships, 6 Dirt Nitro Challenge championships.
I don't think he's won this race yet before, though, has he?
Once in Truggy. Let me look at the history here. Ty Tessman is a one-time Truggy winner, I believe. Yep, 2011. Jinx.
We've done that.
So Cavallari back into pit right here. The 33-minute mark.
Yep, 7.6. Excellent stop from Cavallari.
About a minute and a half, and we should see.
Lutz is noodled.
Yeah.
Saw the way he went through the double-double there. He's not giving up.
Is that Tessman in front of him?
No.
Or Tanner Stees?
It must be Tanner Stees.
Oh, yeah. Tessman's got an 8.9-second lead.
Right.
Tessman, Lutz, Ronafalk, Hot Bodies, Techno, Hot Bodies, Associated, Kyosho, Mugen-Seiki, TLR, and Hot Bodies again. Mm-hmm. That is your top 9. Seen a lot of attrition here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's looking at Ryan Lutz's radio right there. Nice and calm. Oh, look, he's resting it on the driver's stand. Interesting. Those are super light now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's super cool.
And there he is there. Team Techno's Ryan Lutz in the second spot, 8.3 seconds back from your leader, Ty Tessman. Hot Bodies OS Engines, and who's he run for fuel? Oh, VP?
Yep.
VP Fuel, Proline Tires, Ty Tessman leading the way here in the Pro Truggy A main event. Ryan Lutz in second, David Ronafalk third, and you will see your leaders in Sector 1 right now. So is Lutz. Ronafalk's in Sector 2, so is Cavalieri.
Yeah, we see Lutz picking up tenths here and there, but then he gives them back a little bit. This time he was 3 tenths faster in Sector 1. This time now, 3 tenths faster in Sector 1. Last lap he was a few thousandths of a second faster in Sector 2.
Yep.
It's going to take a lot to chew up 8.3 seconds in the last 9 minutes. And I think Lutz will still have to pit. Well,
7.6 seconds.
They're both going to
back
have
now.
to pit one more time. So at least they're even, which is nice.
That's true. So Lutz, man, he's just manning it up. He's going to end up with one more stop, though.
Yeah, actually, they're both going to have to pit in the next minute or so. We're probably going to see Ty pit before Ryan on the 9-minute pit strategy. He'd be coming in any time now.
Yep.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so he's going to stay out at least one more lap. But Lutz will probably go another minute and 15 seconds before he pits for his final time. He was on that 7:30 strategy.
Tebow's in, and he was on the same strategy as Tessman.
Okay, so then we'll probably see Ty pit this lap at 8:30. It'll be probably 8:15 by the time he gets there.
And we know he can go that.
So we got Ty Tessman on the right-hand side of the track as well as the right-hand side of your screen. Ryan Lutz on the left-hand side. And he's just a few corners behind. It cut the lead down to 6.8. And here comes Tessman in for his final pit stop.
His last pit stop was 7.8 at 7.7 the time before that. There's Gord and Mrs. Tessman. And Lutz goes by to take over the lead. And Tessman comes out right in next to him. 7.2 seconds that time.
Wow. Super fast stop, but this is exactly what all Tessman needed to do is come out of pits right with Ryan. And because Ryan's going to have to pit again, and then he's going to drop, 7.2 seconds if he has an amazing stop. Lutz's last stop was an 11th second, so
don't get crazy and do that,
right?
Because Ronafalk's only 10 seconds back.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we could end up with an
Cavalieri on the same lap now, but he's 11 laps back from Ronafalk. And there's Ryan Lutz in for his last pit stop. His last one at 10.9 with the crash.
This one's way faster.
Yeah, it's going to be in the low 7.3.
Wow.
Ronafalk in the pit for his last pit now.
His last
stop was 5.
His last stop was an 8.9.
And 7.9. Look at that. 7.2 for the Tessman team, 7.3 for Lutz.
And Lutz is going to like that 0.6 of a second advantage in pit lane over Ronafalk because Ronafalk was pressing him hard coming up to that last pit stop.
And where is Ronafalk on the track? And I can't tell by the paint schemes yet. There he is. So, with coming down, we're winding down in this one. 6:50 to go, but that's a lot of time on the clock from all the other classes that we've seen. I mean, we had like 3 or 4 people break, flame out, this and that within like just a 4 or 5 minute period earlier.
Lutz's outlap was a second faster than Tessman's.
Fast lap of the race was Cavalieri, 33 flat.
Yeah, 2 laps ago.
Yeah.
Here we are coming into the last 7.5 minutes.
Tessman
with a mistake.
Nice brake check there by Mayfield.
Yeah. A panic stab at the brakes.
Yep, he's got a 9-second lead at the moment.
30.
This is going to be a sprint to the finish.
Yep. That mistake could have been way, way worse. He only lost 2 seconds that lap. So the lead's down to 7. Still not over. And Cavalieri and Ronafalk now in a battle for the third spot as they are down the front straightaway, heading to the left-hand side. Cavalieri trying to fight back, from a flame-out and see if he can get back to podium finish here.
On track with your leader, Canada's Hot Bodies driver, Ty Tessman. He's leading right now in the Pro Truggy A main event. Ryan Lutz in the second spot with his Team Techno vehicle. David Ronafalk, Hot Bodies driver in the third spot. Ryan Cavalieri, Team Associated. He's already flamed out once while he was in the lead. Jared Tebow's in fifth. Team Kyosho, Mike Truey's in sixth. Mugen Seiki, Adam Drake seventh. Mugen Seiki, Ryan Mayfield, TLR in the eighth spot. Tanner Stees, Hot Bodies in the ninth spot. You are watching your leader right there. That is Ty Tessman out in front right now. He was at one point after like the first few laps, like in 11th or 12th, I thought.
David Ronafalk and Ryan Cavalieri were just 0.6 of a second apart at the line last time by. We'll see if we can pick up that battle for third. They are on the right side of the track, heading toward the finish line. Cavalieri trying to reel in that HB truck ahead of him.
Battle for third. You're looking at Ronafalk and Cavalieri, like Aaron just said. Truggy's right there behind him, too. Oh, no.
Truggy's behind T-Bone.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong lap count. And we just heard Jimmy say Lutz rolled over, so that's going to help Tessman. Tessman had a 6.2 second lead last time. He's in Sector 1.
And then have to wonder if Ronafalk is going to start reeling in Lutz.
Cavalieri into pit, so that's going to give Ronafalk the breather that he needed with 4:20 remaining.
And now he can focus on trying to push further ahead. It was a 10-second gap, and then he just made up 5.5 seconds. Now the gap from Lutz back to Ronafalk is 5.1.
Good point.
So another bobble from Lutz. You know, I don't know that he would have seen him there. He's just a few corners ahead.
He sees him now because he sees him coming into frame.
Right.
It's really hard to put on. When I was really young racing, you could put on the goggles. It was like, hey, man, I just felt like I was the only car on the track. I mean, no one else even bothered me. And that's when you do the best. But when you start saying, hey, where's this guy, or your attention gets on the other lane, you start making mistakes. And that was just me. That doesn't mean everybody, but I know I'm not the only person that's been through that.
Tessman tapping the pipe there a little bit through berm turn. But we saw Mayfield had to stomp on the brakes not to run him over a few laps ago, and he's still right behind him.
Ty Tessman, your winner in the e-buggy class.
Yep.
And out in front right now with 3:20 to go. But as things have gone here, we just want to say, finish the race, Ty.
No kidding. Yeah, it's still too early to call this one open.
Yeah, it is.
Could be anything that happens here. We'll see. Check our advanced scoring options. Yep, looks like his receiver pack is just fine at 7.2 volts.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Let's check it out. Look at your advanced scoring options.
His truck is 7 degrees Celsius hotter than Lutz's, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yep. Well, that's what the transponders read.
Right. So here is Lutz.
6.8 volts with Lutz's
single
truck.
jump. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
Where's Adam Drake? Look at Adam Drake's battery. 7.9 volts. That's because he runs those high-tech servos that regenerate. We're winding down here in the Pro Truggy A main event. It's been an exciting race. We had some attrition happen. Quite a few people either ran out of gas, flamed out, broke, different issues. We got 6 trucks off the track right now. Bornhorst, King, Rivkin, Denny McBride, and Fenn. You're looking at Ryan Lutz, Team Techno Alpha Engines. And they're right back to the leader, Ty Tessman right there. Coming onto the front straight. He's now in sector number 1. That's why you see it S1 in orange on your screen as you're watching your scoring. Adam Drake's in the pit. And Ty Tessman out front right now. He's got himself only a 3-second lead over Ryan Lutz. Well, they're going to get about 3 laps. This could get interesting here. Ryan Lutz on a mission. Can he catch him? We'll see. Tessman trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected. Less than a 4-second lead. Ronafalk 6 seconds back from Lutz. And he comes by right there. Lutz going to come by into Sector 1 just 3.9 seconds back. Okay, this could get interesting. They're going to go by for 2 more. Lutz is flying out there. 33.9 last time around, 33.8 for Tessman, 33.7 for Ronafalk. And your leader, Tessman, with 45 seconds left to go. He's going to come by for 1 more lap. Ryan Lutz still 3.5 seconds back. Ryan Mayfield going wide. Ryan Mayfield is a sportsman on the track, but if you're battling for the lead, such a fierce competitor. One of the fiercest, I believe. And it is Tessman, your leader. right there over that single double. Ryan Lutz doing everything he can to reel him in. Ryan Lutz with the 33.3 last time around, almost half a second faster. And look at that gap there. Ryan Lutz is just pulling out no stops. Last lap, he's going to have to just do something crazy here. Tessman, your leader. Lutz is closing in frame right there. Tessman doubles and doubles. And through that hairpin, that is time on the master clock. We're looking at it. Ty Tessman, double, no problem. And something happened to Ryan Lutz, it looks like. Not that he's off track. Oh, no, Ronafalk takes over second, I just heard. With the win, your 2016 champion, Ty Tessman. And then there's the battle for, Tebow going to come across right here. Ronafalk sneaks in the second spot. What happened to Ryan Lutz? Oh, Ryan Lutz didn't finish his last lap, but he'll still finish on the podium. Wow, that's an exciting finish. Your running order is your finishing order, Tessman with the win, Ronafalk second, Lutz third, Cavalieri fourth, Tebow fifth, Mike Truey sixth, Ryan Mayfield seventh, Tanner Stees eighth. What an exciting finish. Unreal. 6 trucks. It looks like Adam Drake ended up off the track at the end of the race there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks off the track. And then Ryan Lutz breaks on the very last lap. So Ty Tessman going to take the win. Hot Body's going 1-2. Team Techno going to be in the third spot there with Ryan Lutz. Great race for, this will be Ty Tessman's third Silver State title, I believe. He won the E-Buggy division earlier today, and now he just won Pro Truggy A main event. And we're going to go down with our J Concept Pit Report with Aaron Waldron and our winners.
Down here with the Pro Truck podium and Ty Tessman. Kind of came out of nowhere on this one, but out front early and got put into cruise control.
I was starting 6th, so I was just trying to fall around, and I just took the pipe on the first lap, which got me down to second last, and then just tried to drive around. I knew I couldn't catch up. I just had to wait for people to crash, and I was just trying not to crash and run my own race. And then people started dropping off, so I just come on, just keep going, just make my truck last. My tires were getting quite bad at the end. I was just trying to hang on. They were pretty good throughout the mid and start, though, so